Everybody keeps asking, how did Minneapolis get here, right? It seems like an innocent question, right? It isn't.
Like they want to, they normalize. The media is normalizing interference with ICE. It is a crime to impede ICE officers. Bill Mnuchin just put out a list of 18 of the worst of the worst in Minneapolis. Many of them child sex crimes, child rape, child sodomy. These are the people we're looking for. And for anybody to interfere in that is unconscionable. We need to enforce the law and arrest these bad guys. We've already arrested over 1,000 people in that state, and we're going to continue to do exactly what Congress has allowed us to do and what the law allows us to do. Like they want to,
I know that's right. Salute to Tom Homan and his efforts right here, man. That wasn't even rage. If anything, you can hear the silent plea to the American people. Like, hey, come on, what are we doing? We're trying to get these criminals off the street. Stop letting this leftist, rhetoric pursue you like this. It wasn't no shouting. Just drawing a line in the sand, brother. And here's the part the media skips. Rules only matter before they're broken. So now that rule is clear, let's see what happens next. Because when people think the rules are optional, the footage starts getting real quiet. This is actually like no audio to this. I tried to, research, but I'll tell you what's going on here. You have ICE and Border Patrol agents are now ramming civilian cars, forcing them through red lights. This is where we are. Unmarked SUVs, pushing the cars through the red light because y'all want to listen to these leftists. I don't hear I'm glad I can't hear the yelling and the whistles and the sirens. All we got is just movement. Now, this is the moment everyone likes to argue about, right? Was that okay? Was it legal? It's funny how, the argument always starts after authority is challenged, never before. But don't decide yet, because this next clip is where things stop being theoretical. It's almost over, y'all. I thought I was going to talk all the way through it by that point, but I didn't. Okay. Still going. 1 second. Okay, boom. This is where intent shows up. Oh, I done muted it. Look at me making mistakes. Get
out of the way! Get out of the way!
This is insane. So apparently a frozen water bottle shattered the windshield from what the caption is saying. But that sound, that's not protest. That's definitely escalation right there. Glass doesn't break itself. And frozen bottles aren't metaphors. This is where the narrative flips, because now it's not about policy. It's about force meeting force. And if you think that was a one-off, you're obviously new here, and it wasn't. I want you to sit back real quick and watch the pattern.
Starts right, goes left, and that backs forward. He looked right, nobody there. He looked left, nobody there. He just said, all right, I'll get an extra yard, dives forward.
Fuck you!
I told you to Stelly before the game that I was embarrassed to tell him I didn't even know who Parker Washington was.
Hey Siri, call 911. You're not a traffic cop.
Clear it out.
You're not a traffic cop. Mass police, fuck you! Fuck you, mass police! Take your fucking mask off! almost hit your own guy, you motherfuckers. Yep, and look at that. And then they get out of Dodge. Fuck y'all. Fuck you. Yep, and then just leave the carnage. Fucking assholes.
So, a woman rams a federal vehicle this time. Different street, same decision, it seems. Cars used as weapons, then shocked when consequences suddenly arrive, right? This is the part the left never explains clearly. They defend the action, then cry at the reaction. And if you're still calling this mostly peaceful, you're running out of footage, because cities don't snap all at once. They, snap after warnings are ignored.
All necessary and reasonable force to include the deployment of crowd control chemical munitions.
Are you okay?
Hey, what's happening?
We have medic. We got medics around here.
Tear gas deployed outside of ICE HQ, the headquarters. Now, this is the night the title earns its name. Sheesh. Not because of tear gas, but because of control. Because the control was already gone. I mean, whoop. When medics are screaming, crowds are scattering, and nobody's listening anymore, that's not a protest. That's collapse. And here's the trick the media plays. They zoom in so tight you forget to ask how big this really is. So let's zoom out. Let me get the clip ready, because this wasn't just Minneapolis.
When you talk about people that have left this country using the CBP Home app, those who voluntarily left, those that we have actively detained and deported, that number is over 2 million people since the Trump administration has come into the White House. That is an incredible, record-shattering number of individuals who were here illegally that are now gone. And when you think about the ripple effects of that, the amount of resources that frees up to focus on the American citizens, it's remarkable the good work that President Trump has been able to do. I would say that by the end of this year, those individuals who have been detained or arrested and deported will be over 600 to 650,000, and then we include many more that are still voluntarily going home on their own as well. When you talk about people that have left the...
Y'all heard that? Kristen Noem just revealed those deportation numbers. Trump doing his thing. Now, the pieces line up. You got millions removed, operations nationwide, and one city decided to test how serious that was. This is where emotion crashes into math, and math doesn't negotiate. Y'all know that. Which brings us to this voice. Somewhat of a verdict.
President Trump and I actually spoke about this last night, and how Secretary Noem is doing a phenomenal job, not just securing the border, which she and the president did together in record time, but also in defense of the brave men and women of ICE who put on a law enforcement uniform every single day to protect our communities and to protect all of you and every American, regardless if they are Democrat or Republican. ICE is doing a very important job to remove illegal alien criminals from our communities. And I think it's very striking that all weekend long, you had agitators and violent American citizens out in the streets of Minneapolis protesting. Protesting what exactly? Apparently they are protesting the removal of heinous murderers and rapists and criminals from a city that I can guarantee you, when you look at the list of the illegal criminals that ICE is removing from our communities every day, not a single person in those protests and not a single person standing here that works in the mainstream media in Washington, D.C. would want those individuals in your neighborhood, in your community, around your children and around your families. ICE is doing an incredibly important job that's not just important to our homeland security, but our national security. And this administration will continue to stand wholeheartedly by the brave men and women of ICE, including that officer in Minneapolis who was absolutely justified in using self-defense against a lunatic who was part of a group, an organized group, to interject and to impede on law enforcement operations. And it's disgusting what we have seen from the left. And I think that it just shows you where the modern day Democrat Party stands today in protecting illegal alien pedophiles and rapists and murderers over law-abiding American citizens and our brave men and women who serve in law enforcement.
At this point, she didn't even resort to insulting the protesters. The question was, what are you actually protesting in the first place, right? And when you strip the slogans away, the answers get uncomfortable real fast, because if the operation is removing rapists, murderers, and repeat criminals, and the response is riots, vehicles being used as weapons, all these horns and whistles, bottles being thrown at agents, then this war this war that they're creating is never about compassion. Because that's quite literally what they're doing. It's war on ICE agents. It's about control. And that's where the city's leadership has to step in. But instead, they make it worse. I'm serious. You can't make this up. This is the part where leadership is either supposed to calm things down or pour gasoline on it. Take a guess of what they decided to do.
What people are dealing with, man.
Yeah. I mean, we don't use the word invasion lightly. What we are seeing is thousands, plural, thousands of federal agents coming into our city. And yeah, they're having a tremendous impact on day-to-day life. And it's a negative one. And whether that's kids that are trying to get to school or businesses that are trying to open, that's police officers that are responding to 911 calls. It's just about being able to conduct daily life right here in our city. And look, this is not about fraud. When you have a fraudster, you investigate, you charge, you prosecute, you hold the person accountable, and then they get put in jail as an individual. They get put in jail as an individual. You do not hold an entire community or an entire city accountable for the actions of the fraudsters. That's not a novel concept. That's just the way this works in American society, and we should be abiding by that.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And let me say thank you, Mayor Herr. Let me say thank you to the men and women of the...
Well, y'all listening very carefully to the language there, violent invasion, occupation, chaos imposed. These words aren't descriptive, they're instructions. When a mayor tells his city that federal law enforcement is an enemy army, rather, what do you think will happen next? People stop seeing badges and start seeing targets. And notice the pattern. He condemns the response, but excuses the behavior that caused it. That's not leadership. That's something else with a press pass. And when authority disappears, reality fills the vacuum pretty fast. And reality doesn't argue on cable news. It just moves.
Okay, I'm on.
Let's see if this is back up. Fuck you. Back up. Fuck you. What'd you eat for breakfast? They tried to hit her with the car. Couldn't have been bacon, right? That'd be cannibalism. Back up! Back up! I'm a safe distance. Do you feel safe? You need a new job, motherfucker. Fuck you. Got anything on you? Any weapons? Ma'am, are you good? Can you breathe? How about the attempted assault by the car? How about the attempted assault? It's always an unknown reason, dumbass. Get up. Cover up, dummy. Get up. Back up. Back up. I'm moving. Back up. Hey, get back. Hey, I was moving, motherfucker. What's wrong with you? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Got a big sign. You stand up. I'll get your glasses. Stand up. Stand the fuck up. Proud of what you're doing? Stop being recorded, brother. You gonna stand up. You didn't bitch. You got a car coming. Are you proud of what you're here to do? Are you proud of what you're doing? Stand up. Tell me you're proud of what you're doing.
You gonna stand up now?
Are you proud of what you're doing? Stand up. Are any of you gonna answer that fucking question? Are you proud of what you're doing? 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 Any of you? No, Dad. You proud of what you're doing?
What's going on?
Back up! Proud of your job?
Y'all see this? You throw something at federal agents, you run, you gonna get caught. That ain't gonna be no speeches, you ain't gonna get no slogans, it ain't gonna be no tweeting, none of that. You know, just gravity. This is what the left never shows you clearly, the moment belief literally collides with the law. They'll show the arrest, they'll hide the cause, but you just watch the whole equation. So let's be honest about what snapped. It wasn't ICE, it wasn't policy, it wasn't enforcement. It was a city told by activists, media, and its own mayor that the rules no longer apply. This wasn't chaos out of nowhere, it's cause and effect. And if you made it to the end of this video, I want you to put the turning point in the comments section. For me, not for the algorithm. Other than that, y'all be safe. Go check on a friend today. You can quite literally be saving their life. Peace.